right, everybody, welcome to NorCal Sports Network. And this is the same hat that Brock Purdy's dad wears. Chat loves it when Marty Lurie comes on.
Anytime you lose a game this time of year, when you can't go backwards, it's a problem.
All right, welcome everybody. NorCal Sports Network Saturday night. So we get into a little baseball talk, free agency, Giants, rest of Major League Baseball. Welcome in everyone. Welcome Dallas. And we will get this thing off and rolling. But first, let us thank our sponsor of the show, Chapman Law Group. Chapman Law Group, located in Marin, licensed in all of California. Make sure you give Chapman Law Group a call, as they can help you out in a legal situation. 415-613-9483. Got a personal injury situation? Make sure you give David Chapman and his group a call before you settle with that insurance company, because they will get you top dollar. All right. And remember, personal injury case, no recovery, no fee. There you go. All right, guys. Let's get the band. We'll come back to them later. Maybe we'll do a little Tony Victory tonight. We got a new little Tony Victory. We've got some video with it this time now. We got a little video put together with Tony Victory. And I know all the country music fans out there are going to love it. Yes, Mark Graves, I'm talking to you. I know you love. Oh, yes, I know.
If you don't like Tony Victory now, you're going to learn to like it.
That's right. You're going to learn to like it. That's right. We're going to cram it down your throats here on NorCal Sports Network. Oh, man. So what do we got here with the Giants? All right. As the
couple of transactions.
Oh, yeah. I'm so excited about the Weimer. I just can't wait for Joey Weimarainer Weimer. Joey Weimarainer, the dog.
So do you think that, he's, to me, seems like kind of what's the guy's name? The
Slater?
No. Kind of the guy that is mentioned in the song. He was from Tennessee.
Drew Gilbert?
Oh, Drew. He's like a Drew Gilbert, but he can actually hit a little bit.
Not much. He's got a 205 career batting average.
Who?
Weimer?
Weimer does?
Yeah, the guy's like done nothing.
Oh, I thought he hit better than that. I thought he was in the 240s or something. Let's look.
No, I'll pull it up. Joey Weimer. He played.
236 last year. Okay, so he has a 205 career.
Yeah, 205.
Yeah, he can't hit.
It started with Milwaukee. I think he had like 13 homers there or something. Let's see. Here we go. Joey Weimer hit 236. Only had 55 at bats last year. I mean, my goodness, this guy.
Go to his minor league.
500 at bats. We'll go to his minor league. Let's check his major league career. All right, 499 plate appearances, hitting 205. Got an OPS of 638, an OPS plus of 74. All right, so maybe he's got potential. Like Dallas said, let's take a look at Joey Weimarainer Weimer. Let's take a look at his minor league production, because, I'm always, you guys know me, and by now, I said, don't judge a guy for the first year or two. Let's take a look and see if he's got any potential. So here we shall pull up Joey Weimarainer Weimer's minor league stats. Let's find him here. This is this is fielding. Come on. Where's my minor league stats?
Go up to the top.
No, I'm getting closer. It's usually down here. Here we go. All right. Fall and minor league stats. Oh, and college. So maybe we get, I don't know which we're going to get here. All right. So Joey at the University of Cincinnati never even hit 300 hardly in college. 266, 263, 273, 264, 191, 295 for the year of 21. Played with Wisconsin and Carolina. All right. So then he went to the Fall League and he had 37 plate appearances, hit 467. Double A, triple A. Okay, 2 teams in 22. His overall 2 teams at 256, 21 home runs in 548 plate appearances. This is just an average Joey, right? This is just an average. Hey, the average Joe. This is it, man. This is the average Joe. He's got the perfect name, man. He's just a Joe. He's not even G.I. Joe.
The reason though, like, why sign him? I guess they think maybe they like his attitude. They like his defense.
I think they like his curly hair, to be honest.
But they think maybe, like FP Santangelo says, he has a loop in his swing. They think they can correct. I'm not sure. I mean, it seems to me that they're collecting a lot of these 3A, 4A type of outfielders.
Yeah,
Justin Dean and Drew Gilbert and Matos, McRae, Meckler.
Yeah, exactly. Great point. Call them 4A players. They're just, I don't know. Maybe this guy is just a AAA player. Joey Weimer. I don't get excited about this stuff out in Dallas. How about you? I mean, obviously.
No, but it could just be a depth piece where they need some outfielders in AAA. They have a lot of them, but maybe they're foreseeing a trade. They know that Matos is going to be gone. They know that Luciano is going to be gone, and they need some pieces to be able to play to fill out the minor league roster.
Yeah, I mean, shoot. Well, why don't they just call you and I? I mean, we could go and fill a roster spot. I mean, we might hit 205 just by going up there and closing our eyes and swinging. I mean, come on. Are you serious? This is a trade that the Giants – I mean, this is the kind of trade I wouldn't even announce.
I mean, it wasn't it was just a move. It wasn't – they didn't give up anything.
I would
give up
put it,
cash considerations. So
yeah. They put it – it shows up on the transaction wire, but I probably might have maybe tried to bypass it and see if you could have got it like in the got a little town here in Gilbert called Gilbert. I mean, in Arizona. How about the Gilbert Gazette or something like that? Showing up, little bottom piece there. Hey, the Giants signed or traded for Joey Weimer. Not
a huge move.
Yeah, I don't.
But what it did do was they had to designate Kisner for assignment, and he elected free agency. So that means catcher wise, we're looking at Jesus Rodriguez as the number 2 guy.
Yeah, and they'll sign a third guy to be, you got to have somebody in AAA because catchers are always hurt, and you always need a backup catcher.
Yep, and then
they also they did not tender Joey LaCasey.
Yeah, now that was an interesting. Out of all the moves that we've seen so far, that was interesting that they did not tender him a contract.
Here's my theory on that.
Pretty good last year.
Yeah, let's hear your theory. Want to hear my
and then
theory
I'll tell you
on
my
this?
theory.
My theory is that, well, first of all, how much was Lucchese making? Pretty close to the minimum, I imagine, last year.
No, they were going to have to. He was due $2 million.
Okay. I'm going to show you what I think that. Hold on here. Let me see. What am I looking for here? Is this what I want? Maybe. We'll find out. No, that's not what I want. I want this right here. Let's see if I can surprise you with something here. All right, let me see if I can. I'm scrolling here. Okay, I have found it. I have found it. All right, I'm going to flash this. This is what I think it means. I may be 180 degrees off course.
Okay.
Probably am, but what we do here, we like to throw out stuff. They got rid of a lefty. They need another lefty in the bullpen, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think they want Tyler Rogers back along with his brother, Taylor Rogers, who made $11 million last year, projected to only make about $3.5 million. And I think they may try to team him up with his brother, both on maybe Tyler gets a 2-year deal, Taylor a 1-year, no more than a 2-year deal for each. Maybe, but just throwing that out.
That's crazy how they switched it up too, because the lefty used to make $11 million.
Yep.
And then Tyler was making $4 million, I think, with the Giants.
Now Tyler's going to make more. Look.
Tyler's projected to make 11.
Yep, and his brother's projected to make 3. Let's see, where is Tyler? There's Tyler. He made 5.7 last year, and he's projected to make 11.3 this year. So
wow.
they've reversed. They've reversed. So I'm just wondering if wait, am I back on? I just hit my
now I can hear you.
Okay. I wouldn't be shocked if there's been talk with Tyler and he says, yeah, I'd like to come back, but I want my brother back.
Maybe.
Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he want to finish his career with his brother?
Yeah, that could be the case, but I think they both probably will go wherever they can get the best deal. I mean,
yeah, they might be separated at birth, but
yep. I saw other speculation that maybe the Giants see something in Lucchesi. Maybe they think he's injury prone, or they think that something with his stats. Like he had a 3.76 earned run average, pretty good, for a reliever, lefty reliever. Not great, but not terrible. He was pretty solid. But maybe they see something in the advanced metrics with spin rate and whatever, where you think maybe he got away with some things that he really shouldn't have, and maybe he didn't pitch quite as well as his numbers suggested. So, but yeah, because I thought that was weird. They did tender a contract to JT Brubaker, and that I didn't expect them to do that, and then they non-tendered Lucchesi. So kind of that went backwards of the way I thought it would. And I assume the Giants have some kind of reason for that, because they don't. You wouldn't think that they would make a decision like that when $2 million for a pretty good lefty reliever is not breaking the bank.
Yeah, can't have that many Italians in the dugout with Tony Vitello. And
possibly
that's a lot of yeah.
Too many vowels.
Wow, let that sink in. NorCal, 745 college at bats. Clement only struck out 31 times. Woohoo! Wow. So yeah, Clement makes contact. That's right. I just wonder. Somebody said doesn't make any sense. They could have had Lucchesi for less than the $3.5 million that Rogers gets. Well, you never know. Maybe those projections are somewhat off, and maybe
it could be. It seems pretty low. Like probably maybe they knew Lucchesi would decline the contract anyway and enter free agency, and they just saved a step.
Yeah, you never know what these things mean. Like I said, I think I'm just guessing here, but would not shock me if there's been talk and that Tyler said I'll I'd like to come back, but under one condition, if we can hammer out a deal for my brother. And they said, okay, we got a lefty. He's expendable because you're not going to carry Lucchesi and Rogers. You got Eric Miller coming back. You probably will find another lefty in there in the bullpen somewhere. So we'll see.
Yeah, if they have their eyes on other left-handed pitchers that they're reasonably certain they're going to have on the staff, then Lucchesi would become redundant. You don't need to pay $2 million to somebody that you are pretty sure is not going to be on the team.
Oh, that's right. You got Gage too. Matt Gage is on the 40-man roster as well.
Uh-huh.
George says Taylor is not coming to San Francisco. I highly doubt it. I kind of doubt it too, but I'm just throwing it out there because who knows what the reason is. Just throwing it out there. Like I said, probably 180 degrees off course here. But you just don't know. Now I want to comment over here on Bub Rad's comment because I'm not sure where he's coming up with the figures here. He says Giants could sign Bregman and Bellinger to 4-year deals and Bichette to an 8-year deal, and they won't go over the luxury tax. But Brad, I don't know what numbers you're thinking that you're going to pay Bregman, AAV, Bellinger, and Bichette, but they only have about $40 million to spend before they go over the luxury tax. So unless you're going to sign each of those guys to like $12, $13 million AAVs and get no pitching, I don't see how that comes about. I cannot see.
I mean, if you can sign them to $12 million, you might as well do it.
Yeah, you'd have to defer a ton. I don't see one of those three players signing for less than $20 million a year. Not one.
No, for sure.
So if they've only got $40 million, remember the Giants are at about 205 right now. They could backload and defer, correct, but whoops, I hit the wrong button there. I want to do this. Let's take a look. We know that Shohei Ohtani is deferring $68 million a year, correct? He's getting a $70 million, but he's only getting $2 million a year. But his projected luxury tax for this coming season is $46 million. So you can't just defer these guys and count like, oh, he only counts $2 million toward the luxury tax. No, Shohei's counting $46 million for the next so many years, and because the way the labor thing works, you have to account for so much towards the tax. You can defer it, but they're not going to say, okay, you're getting only $2 million, so that's what counts against the luxury tax. Otherwise, people could do that all day long, teams, and nobody would ever go over the luxury tax. Yes, and it does take a rare player, a guy who has New Balance as one of his sponsors or endorsements, and he's got hundreds of others probably. Who knows how many he has in Japan, right? That we don't even see. Ohtani's fine financially. Plus, well, he may not be fine. I'm not sure. He may have lost a lot of money on those bets.
Probably not that much. He does need to keep people out of the keep people from getting access to his bank account. That's bad.
Great question, Bub Rad. The Giants are projected on Cots at 182, but they owe Blake Snell $17 million this year, and they also owe some money to Jorge Soler and somebody else, and so they're at 205 is what they're according to. Let me see what. Let's see. They're listed at 182, which shows they have 62 million, but nobody's factoring in the Blake Snell 17 million, couple million or so to Soler, and I think there's a little bit more to somebody else. That's where the 205's coming in. So, yeah.
Yep, they're still paying Eugenio Velez.
Paying a few guys. Let's see. Bregman and Bichette. Yeah, I think it would be nice if they were able to get one of those guys. If they signed one of those guys, that would be your second baseman. I don't think the Giants are going there. I really don't. I think the Giants are going to go after pitching. I did a video on this yesterday, I think it was. Yeah. Okay. I think the Giants are going to go after Amai or Suarez, maybe both, but see if they can get one of them. Amai, I believe, is their top choice. I believe they would go over the 100 million that Johnson says they're likely not to for somebody like Amaya or Mai, however you say it. Look, the guys, you got to realize the Giants went after Ohtani. They went after Yamamoto. They have Jung-Hoo Lee. They would like to get into that Asian market just like the Dodgers have. They realize not only does it help them on the field, first choice, but it can help them at the box office. Look how Jung-Hoo Lee is the fan favorite. I mean, he's not even their best player. And who was the most talked up guy when you went to a game? It was Jung-Hoo Lee. And then you had the hooligans and they go out and get Amai. And here's what I think they do. If they get Amai, then it's going to be one or two other starters that are much less. Scherzer would be one of them. And then I think if they don't get Amai and they do not get a Ranger Suarez, I don't think they're even going after Framber Valdez. I think they would go after a Zach Gallen and a Scherzer and maybe somebody like Bassett, or you could even go after some lower level guys that are going to be in that 5 million range. And the Giants should just sign, in my opinion, they need 4 pitchers, 2 starters, and one reliever, one guy like Tyler Rogers, preferably 2 relievers, a closer and a Tyler Rogers, and then you get your 8th and 9th inning set up. Then you can shorten the game with the pin. That's 2 relievers, 2 starters. And if I'm the Giants, I go out and maybe look at a low-level guy who's, just to give you an example, somebody that's not going to make a ton of money. I'll give you a name right here. Just give me a second. I was looking him up yesterday, but it's going to be somebody. How about let's see. I'm sorry. I had it here. I'll give you the name I was thinking of. By the way, Adolis Garcia, the hero in the 23 Texas Rangers championship, is a free agent. He might be possible. Remember, Bruce Bochy is an advisor, and there might be an in there. Okay. The pitcher I was thinking of is somebody like an older guy, but how about a Michael Soroka? He's not an older guy. He's 28, but he was a potential star when he came up with Atlanta. Hasn't really done well. How about a Soroka, or how about a Wade Miley, who's only going to make about $2.5 million projected. Lefty, starter, can be a bullpen guy. I think the Giants, if I was running the Giants, I would get two for sure starters. I'd get me two bullpen guys, and I'd get me that third guy that can be a bullpen guy, but spot start if I need to. Now I have five guys made up, and then I'm going to go out and maybe sign or trade for a position player. That's it. And I think that's what they should do.
Yeah, I would be happy with that if they can get two legitimate starters and one good one and one pretty good one. If they get a 2 and a 4 or 2 3s, I think that would be good for the rotation. And then a swingman, like you said, to go in the pen that can fill that Sean Jelly Roll who Jelly Roll.
I like that. Sean Jelly Roll
won't be back. So, and then in case someone gets injured, you have someone that can come in and spot start. Someone, pulls an oblique or something and needs to miss a couple of weeks. That could happen. I think that would be good. We don't know what kind of names are going to be available. Now, if they get, I do think now that the more time goes on, it seems like maybe they are going to sign a outfielder because you look at those names that they have there, there is nobody, maybe Luis Matos could get it together, but that is a big if to go into a season. You went into the season last year with the same if, and at a certain point, it's just not going to work out. So you might have to get someone who is, a legitimate outfielder that can hit and take that one question mark out of the way. Because you do have a question mark at second base. As much as we like Casey and want to see him do well, he's going to get a shot, but he's unproven. And, having that hole in the outfield it's tough to go into a season like that. Now, you could sign a center fielder and move Jung Hoo Lee, and then your defense gets better also. So I kind of like that idea, but like you said, it all comes down to how many pitchers they can sign, and we're not going to know until we get into the free agency here. So
we're in it, we're right in it, but nothing's really been
happened yet.
But it should start to happen next week. I think there'll be some stuff. I mean, not next week, the week after Thanksgiving. I think, the winter meetings start December 7th on a Sunday through the 11th. You could have some activity just before that. Larry Bear seething. All those potential Jelly Roll hat sales are now just hindsight.
You want to bring up that one from Rocky Rivera? Dan in Dallas give me 3 reasons why an Asian player should pick San Francisco over LA or New York.
I started that. I have the 3 reasons right off the top of my head. You ready for them, Rocky? Rocky Rivera. Number 1, San Francisco has the best Chinatown, Asian town of all the cities in baseball. And number 2, Dallas. Number 3, moi. There's your 3 reasons, okay? I mean, why would you not choose the Giants if you had the best Chinatown and you have Dallas and Dan on NorCal Sports Network? I mean, those are 3 incredible reasons.
Those are 3 good reasons. But then also, why would you want to go to the Dodgers to be the 4th Japanese guy on that team? I don't even know why Roki went there. You want to change it up. You want to be the alternative to the Dodgers fan. And you could, if you have a good, you could become the rival of Shohei Ohtani, and you're going to be much more popular than being the 4th pitcher on the Dodgers. So that's a good reason that I would pick not to go to LA. Pick somebody else. Why not to go to New York? Well, it's too long of a flight. You take an 8-hour flight from San Francisco to Japan, and you tack on 4 more hours, and that's like flying from here to London. That's a halfway around the world. So that's a tough. A lot of the Japanese players are going to prefer to be on the West Coast.
Yeah.
And so I could see that as a reason also.
Yeah, he says he's being serious. Why also Chinatown wouldn't relate to a Chinese or Korean player? I think here's a couple of reasons why. What was the original on there? Why would they choose San Francisco over LA and New York? Okay. Well, I think Dallas mentioned it there. You've got so many Japanese players already on the Dodgers, and how much room do they have left for more pitching on their starting rotation? They already have like 6 or 7 starters. So, uh, I don't think, and he's already come out and said he wants to strike out Shohei. So it's pretty tough to strike him out unless he's talking about batting practice, um, which I'm sure he's not. So I think that the reason to choose San Francisco, Dallas mentioned it, over New York is definitely it's a way longer flight to have Japanese people. The Dodgers have a setup down in LA where they have tours set up. You can buy a package deal with the Dodgers, get tickets, and get all these different things included in the package for coming over from Japan. Okay. San Francisco could do similar. It's about the same amount of flight to LA to San Francisco. And I know it for a fact because I've flown in to San Francisco and to LA from Asia. And I've done it multiple times. And it's the same flight leaves Asia, same airport, whether it's South Korea or the Philippines, leaves. One goes to LA, one goes to San Francisco. They take off within 5 minutes and they land within 5 minutes. It's just, so I would say the other thing that would be of interest is players might want to be part of something new with Tony and something exciting happening in San Francisco. And I don't know if Japanese players coming to a new culture, if New York's an ideal place to go to. If you have a rough start, man, New York can be rough, you know? So I don't know, but that's kind of where we think. And I think the Giants are gonna, if the Giants sign only one pitcher this offseason, then if the Giants only sign one pitcher, let's say it's Amai or Suarez or Gallen, that's it, okay? And then maybe they add a reliever, and that's all they do, then that will tell you a signal that the reason they brought in Justin Message, who was a AAA pitching coach with Milwaukee, is that they're going to look to develop their younger pitchers, guys like Birdsong and McDonald and Wisenhunt and
Tidwell, yeah.
And they're going to look to say, okay, let's see if we can get two of these guys to hit. If we can get two of these guys to
pitch.
Hit. Yeah, but I mean, yeah.
I know.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what the direction is. If they, and you can, look at, they brought in Message. They brought in Frank Anderson from pitching coach, University of Tennessee. He's probably going to be a bullpen coach or something along that lines. And then he could end up being assistant pitching. Who knows? And then you got Tony Vitello. And we'll see where the Giants are going. I think they're going to. I said that Matt Chapman would be the X factor going into the 26th season. And why do I say the X factor? Because I think he's going to have a bounce back year. I think he was not healthy last year. I think the hand bothered him. You saw him on his glove hand dive for balls to his left in the hole, in the 5-6 hole, right? He would dive and his glove would come off like this, and his whole hand would get just the skin would come right off of his palm, and that was bothering. He kept reopening it with dives, and
maybe they can get him a longer glove.
Well, what they need to do is he needs to work at putting, I don't know if it's comfortable or not, but he should put another, like a batting glove under his glove so that when he does dive, what kills your skin here, it's the dirt. It's that dirt is, a lot of it is kind of sandy. It's rough. It's
kind of gravelly.
Yeah, it's kind of gravelly, and it just tears up your skin. So I think he should put a batting glove on, but I'm not no.
That might affect his feel, though.
Yeah, he might. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he's the Gold Glove glover. He knows what he's doing, but
yeah, and he'll figure it out. I'm sure that wasn't the case early in his career, so he just needs to get healthy. And
if he was doing it every year, I think this is he didn't do it the first year he was here. Didn't happen. So I think it happened the one time, and then it just kept, it's kind of like a scab. If you don't let it heal, you just constantly.
Mad Skill says it's a fashion thing, believe it or not. Wow.
What's that? Who says this?
Mad Skill says it's a fashion thing, I guess, not wearing the glove. I'm not sure.
I don't know. Yeah. Didn't Chapman say at the end of the year, actually both of his hands were injured? It might have been. Yeah, he was not healthy. I've heard that he couldn't even choke up with 2 strikes last year. There was so much pain. So we'll see where this thing goes. But overall, I think he's
this year he'll be healthy. He'll hit 280 with 29 bombs.
Yeah, I think he has a better year. I really do. I have been one of Matt Chapman's probably harshest critics on the offensive side of anybody in the Bay Area, because I was not impressed with him. I think he's going to make adjustments this season, and I think
Lou is a harsher critic, but it's close.
Could be. Chapman won't look much different without the hand injury. He is who he is. He didn't have a hand injury in 24, and he had the same deficiencies. The only difference was fewer extra base hits. Yeah, I do think that is who he is. I do think he's determined to make some changes this year. I think the message is, I think Justin Message will get the no. I think the message this offseason and going into spring training is more contact, especially with 2 strikes. And I think it's going to be an emphasis, not just from Buster, but from Tony Vitello, just Hunter Mentz, the new hitting coach. I think guys are going to, I would guess, I'm going to go on a limb and say Matt Chapman cuts his K rate, not much, but by 1 to 2% this year. Drops, I'm going to say, instead of him being a 25 to 26, he's going to be 23 to 24. And just that difference alone could be a huge difference maker.
That's huge. That's striking out 8% less, less of the time.
If he,
2 percentage points out of 25 is 8%, 8.
2%.
2 percentage points, 23 versus 25.
Oh, yeah. If you take it over the course of 500 at bats, that's what? I don't know. Yeah. I guess.
To strike out one time less out of every 8 at bats or whatever, which is pretty good. So hopefully he can do that. I don't know. Does Chapman live in Arizona?
I believe he does.
All right. So, they'll be seeing him. Vitello is going to be making the rounds and visiting everybody. He's going to go. They said he was going to go to South Korea and see Jung Hoo Lee and go to the Dominican Republic and see Devers.
Yeah. Tony asked me actually to make a few rounds since I'm down here for him. So I'll be visiting guys like Webby and Chappie. I'm sure they'll love to hear from me.
I'm sure they will.
Oh yeah.
They might have you visit like Meckler and
Yeah.
Weimer.
Yeah, you could go visit Joey Weimer, and Wade linebacker Meckler. Maybe they'll have me take care of some of those guys. Aaron says to Insane it K involves no contact where any other type of out results in contact with the possibility of something happening and getting on base. Okay, so he must be talking. Keep the line moving. Got to keep the line moving. That's right, Bub Rad. Got to keep the line moving. So I think Chapman. I think if he stays healthy, I think he has a little bit better year offensively, and I think the emphasis is going to be on that. And he's got the ability to do it. He's got the ability. Mark says he'll ask for more money if he strikes out less.
Rocky Rivera says, Dan in Dallas, do the Giants have enough in the farm system to trade for an elite starting pitching? No, they don't. Unless you're going to trade Eldridge, then you don't have it. You're going to have to sign a free agent if you want an elite starting pitcher. Yeah. And they've already said they're going to be hesitant to sign somebody for $100 million. Now, maybe he was being coy and 100 is no good, but 120 they'll pull the trigger on.
You could get 100. You could get 100 green for like it would cost you Eldridge and Bo Davidson and a pitcher, like a Wizen Hunt or something like that, and then you would be able to pull off a 100 green. But it's not. You couldn't get 100 green 1-for-1.
Right.
Yeah.
No, you couldn't because
he's
Eldridge
too
isn't
valuable.
proven.
Yeah. You could get Eldridge, Joe Ryan, and Eldridge, I believe, but I think you'd actually be able to get Joe Ryan and another piece back because the value is so much greater for Eldridge and Ryan. But I just think that's where things are going to go with the Giants this offseason. I think look for the pitching. Wouldn't shock me if they went after a 1-year deal on Adolis Garcia to play right field if they do not, because he's got some pop, but he's also another guy that is going to strike out a lot, right? I mean, Adolis Garcia probably fits right into that category with the rest of the Giants up there in the high. Let me just check his K rate. Okay, Adolis Garcia last year he had 547 plate appearances, struck out 135 times. So 547. Is that what I said? Yeah.
Aaron lost. What would you be considered a disappointing offseason? A disappointing offseason would be to stand pat and not make any major moves. Maybe you add a pitcher or whatever, but you don't do much else. Then that would be very disappointing because the end of the year, the Giants ran out of pitching and it cost them a chance at getting in the playoffs. And so you can't just start out the year with the same thing you ended up with last year. It's just not going to work. So you can't rely on all these unproven guys, Wisenhunt and McDonald and Kaiwei Tang and Tidwell and all these. They may play a part, they may do well in spring training and have a chance to make the roster, and there should be a competition for those guys, but you can't rely on them. You can't rely on Birdsong to magically figure out how to pitch again, and he's going to be slated right in that rotation. You've lost him. Harrison's gone. Birdsong is effectively gone. You have Landon Roop, who you feel relatively confident in, but that's it. So other than Webb and Ray. So you need it would be very disappointing if they don't improve the pitching staff because there's not too many options to improve the offense. You can add an outfielder, you can add a second baseman. You have two you could get a catcher, but if you wanted to, get a little more offensive power behind him, doesn't look like they're going to do that. So you really only have a choice of a couple of areas to improve, and you need to improve those areas, especially the pitching.
Agreed. That would be very disappointing. Mark Graves says only getting Weimer would be disappointing. Yeah, that would be a major disappointment. No, if they do very little, that tells me that Buster's hands are being tied by the upper management. Hey, let's get into this a little bit, guys. And I may do a video on this, but NVIDIA signed in Mission Rock a deal, and the tenants there are the Warriors are renting space from Mission Rock. Another big outfit, I can't remember who it was now. There was somebody else was renting from Mission Rock. Who was it? I think it is. Hold on. I think I have it here. It's NVIDIA. Also, wait a minute. I just saw it. Oh, Coinbase. Yeah, the crypto. So you got Coinbase, the Warriors, Visa, NVIDIA. Look, the Giants are making a ton of money, just like the Dodgers make a ton of money from their off the field businesses, right? That they can, and the Dodgers take some of that money and pour it into the baseball club. The Giants could do the same thing if they wanted to. They're starting to rent out those.
Well, that's a good sign for the Giants. If they are starting to make money on it, I know they were losing money on it to begin with COVID and everything coming out of that. But if they are now starting to have some income from that development, then that's a good sign for the Giants. When you don't want your owners, clutching their purse strings if, when it comes to signing free agents and spending money on your team. So if Mission Rock does well, that's good for the Giants, regardless if they say, well, it's a separate operation, it's not tied to the team or whatever. It does tie to the same owner who has a sentiment. He has if things are going well, he's going to be more apt to spend. So
yeah,
it's good sign.
Bub Rab, you may be very onto this. I've said the same thing, and I kind of, a season or two away from being a real contender unless they spend their way out of mediocrity. Devers, Chapman, Adames, Webb are great to support a way better core. Yeah, I
don't know what changes in 2 seasons.
Well, you're going to have a couple guys hit. You're going to have Eldridge come up and be what they expect or better. And then maybe you get another one of these young guys in 2 years that pops up like a Dakota Jordan or something like that. And then you start to see some things happening there. But I really think the Giants ownership, here's something that is, to me, says it all. We've had Ned Colletti on many, many times, and he'll be back on many more. He has said the Dodgers, let me put it this way first. As fans, we want to see the Giants. We have ideas what the Giants ownership and the club should be doing to sign guys. Well, with the Dodgers, their owners want it more than their fans. And the problem is it's exact opposite here in San Francisco. The fans are clamoring for the Giants ownership to spend money and go after players and be a contender, but the owners don't want to do it. So that's the issue.
It's just a business to them. They don't have any rooting interest in the team. They don't want
to. Yeah, they're not as competitive. Look, they're competitive with their pocketbook. and that's more important to them than competing on the field for championships. So, yeah.
Yeah. For the Giants to spend money, it needs to become apparent to ownership that it's in their best interest financially to spend money. If they get the idea that, oh, if I put a winning product on the field, then we're going to make more money, then that's the impetus to do that. But if they think, well, we're making good money where we are, just kind of staying right at that tax level, not going over, putting a product on the field that has potential to make the playoffs each year in that third wild card spot, it needs to become apparent to them that a winning team filling the ballpark and creating that fervor that we experienced during the World Series run. If they get convinced that could happen again, then you might see them spending money. But 2 years from now, Chapman's still here, Adames is still here, Devers is still here, and they're all 2 years older. So you might think, you might have a couple more pieces come up, and Dakota Jordan might be there in the outfield, but I don't know. You're still going to have these big contracts sticking around for a lot more years. So
and you better hope Jung-Hoo Lee opts out, otherwise you're stuck with him.
Right. So that's why I think getting pitching right now would be good for the Giants. Because why wait and let these guys get older?
Yep.
So
they've got to go after it now. Exactly. And Aaron has broke the news. Aaron was not supposed to break this news tonight, but he's done it. Cat is out of the bag, just like Brandon Ayuk. News is out now. It was done in July, but Brandon Ayuk's contract was void in July, but it just came out yesterday. Aaron has broke the news, and yes, NorCal Sports Network is moving its studios to Mission Rock. And not only that, we have a new agreement along with Bake That Dough. Bake That Dough is moving its kitchen and bakery over into Mission Rock. And Bake That Dough will be the official cookie of the San Francisco Giants next year. So get yourself some cookies over there at Bake That Dough. All right? Get them before they get too big. And
when it gets too big, the quality goes down. They have to start mass producing things.
They start substituting flour for infield dirt. You don't want to do that. You don't want the infield dirt from Matt Chapman's palm in your cookies. You want the flour. So get the cookies over at Bake That Dough. You can go on to Instagram. I believe Instagram is the place to go. And I think, what do you do? I don't even know what is the it's Bake That Dough 22, I think. Aaron, what's the website? Bake That Dough. I got to look it up. I got too many things in my head here. Aaron will give it to me before I find it, I'm sure. Bake That Dough.
Bake That Dough 22 on Instagram.
I was right. There it is. Bake That Dough 22. There you go.
Not 21, 22.
Yep. They're not baseball people. You're exactly right. The Giants ownership group is not baseball people. If Buster could run the whole thing and had the whole pocket strings, you might see if he owned it, all of it. Thank you, Mark.
But Buster is buddies with Greg Johnson. Yeah. So that's the thing. They're coffee buddies. And so if he puts his faith in Buster and Buster says, yeah, it would be good for us to go out and get these guys, then hopefully he has that ability to make that happen. So so far, it seems like Buster has been able to do whatever he wants for the most part. I mean, he's signed guys and he's made trades. And so now, year 2, we're going to see if that continues.
That's right.
He signed his guy on the manager's decision. So up until now, Buster seems to be in control. And now it'll be interesting to see this offseason, this winter, if that continues to be the case.
Yeah. Hey guys, I got a new treat for you, especially for Mark, since he's giving me a hard time there. Let's get a little rough cut video of Tony V victory song with some video. All right. Got a rough cut. This isn't the final cut yet. We'll let's see, how long is this? Just a minute 35, not the full song. But thanks to senior softball games out there for putting this together. Here you go, guys.
Out of Tennessee, where the Smokies rise, Tony Victory brought us fire and pride. They say he's unproven, green as spring grass, but he's got a way, makes you believe fast. Tony Victory, they don't all agree, but he talks like a man who can part the sea. Dodgers looming, doubts run high. Can he lead the Giants to touch the sky? Tony Victory, time will see. Eric from the talk show throwing.
I was just extremely proud. Yeah, it's going to work out too. There's been a lot of, well, you know, he hasn't done this and he hasn't done that. It's about trust. That's what he's been able to do over the years, is develop trust.
They played wild, they played hard, they sure as hell won. Their Delbert swing, crazy like the wind. Tony knows.
All right, there's the rough cut there. Enjoying it. We got the dogs in the background. There's the mini Schnauzer, right? Mini Schnauzer.
That's right.
And
That's
then
Zeus.
and the one on the pillow. They both have their own pillows. That is not a mini Schnauzer though. That is. Hold on. Is that a golden retriever?
Golden Doodle.
Golden Doodle. All right. I know pretty much my dogs. I saw the tail and the head, and I said, the head looks, but a little further away, but I could see, if you zoom in, I could see more of the curlier hair from the poodle, which makes it a Golden Doodle.
Golden Doodle.
Golden Doodle, yes. This is definitely a pro dog show. All right. We're gonna have dog days here. Maybe in the summer, the dog days of summer, we'll have bring your dog to NorCal Sports Network, and everybody can show off their dogs. No cats though. No cats. It's not. It's not. We're not a cat channel. We don't mind cats. We're not an anti-cat. We are not anti-cat, all right? I'll just say that because I love animals. I'm just not a cat lover. We're not anti-cat. The only thing that we are anti on this channel is we are anti-WNBA. 100%, okay? 100% anti-WNBA. Look, if I want to watch somebody jump 3-4 inches off the ground, I'll go watch my 6-year-old grandson's soccer game, okay? Which I did today. And Bub Rat, yes, we are anti-Dodgers, correct. We are
anti-Dodgers, yes.
Anti-Dodgers. Anti-Dodgers, anti-WNBA, and
Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, pro-dog, pro-horses. You know what? I could probably even like a cat if I had a cat, but I don't have a cat. I just remember getting scratched by my friend's cat growing up. Playing with
And
it.
that did it. That
Playing
did it
with
for
it.
cats.
And I got scratched, yeah. And that did it for cats, exactly. No more cats. So, yes, that's right. We are anti-LeBum too. He's not a top 10 player. I know I can get a lot of people disagreeing with me, and I probably disagree with myself on that if I really was honest. He probably is a top 10 player, and he's probably – I still don't want to put him in my top 5. My new top 5 is MJ. Number 1. He's always going to be 1. MJ's 1. 2, I still like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I like Steph Curry in my top 5 now. Changed the game. All-time greatest shooter. And how much more would Curry score if he was given if he was a Nike shoe guy instead of Under Armour? How much more fouls would have been called on Steph Curry? I think the league's had it out for him because it's run by Nike. I really do. Curry gets
That's
no
some
love.
tinfoil stuff right there.
There it is, man. I think Steph Curry's a top 5 player. Kobe, Magic. Yeah. How about the big game tonight, guys? California got blitzkrieged by Stanford. Stanford just took it to Cal tonight, which was really tough.
Crazy.
Yeah, Curry
I think Cal had won 3 in a row.
Yep.
And they were trying to make it 4.
Yep, they got beat 31-10. This could be tough on Justin Wilcox there. So I don't know. Hey, I have some highlights. You guys want to see some highlights? I can pull up some. Let me show you.
Maybe Christian McCaffrey will be fired up for Monday night.
Yeah. Hey, here's some Cal football. Into the game. This was an exciting game. 1979. I was there. All right. Stanford is driving for the go ahead or to tie the game or go ahead at the end of the game. It's the last drive of the game. Oh, I haven't even shown it. I didn't put it up.
No, we're not seeing anything.
All right, here, I had it.
Banks to the far side. Schonert will pass. Has time. Under pressure again. Hit as he throws. Tough catch by Marjoram at the 35-yard line. Marjoram, the dive.
This is the end of the game.
Dixon hits Schonert
1979.
right.
Why am I showing you this? You'll find out in a little bit, but my brother is on the Cal team. He's number 27. He's number 27, and this is the final drive of the game.
They're 3 yards short, though, of the first down. What was that? Give him an inch. 3rd down and 3. Big play for the Cardinals upcoming. Tyler to the near side. Handoff goes to White. Tries the outside. Play is contained. And he makes the tackle.
You guys recognize any of the broadcasters here? This is Barry Tompkins, longtime voice in the Bay Area, and Ron Barr. That's Ron Barr talking right now.
3rd or 4th down plays when they needed to pick up the yards. They've been very conservative in their play calling. That time, instead of going with what they do best, which is maybe going to a tight end on a delay over the middle or to a back out of the back.
No, my brother was playing at Cal. He's number 27 in white.
3 wide receivers in the ball game for Stanford.
4th down here.
Marjoram in the slot. Banks to the far side. Tyler to the near side. In the shotgun. 4th down at 4. Schonert will throw over the middle. Tyler makes the catch at the 27. Slips a tackle. Gets to the 22-yard line. First down, Cardinals. Ron Cochimilio makes the tackle, and Stanford is back in business. Andre Tyler keeping great concentration as the ball is thrown over the middle. A lot of noise here in the stadium. You have to credit Schoenert with being able to get the play off. He faked to the right and then goes to Andre Tyler, who's playing against Fred Williams, and he gets the first down. First down, 10, Cardinals at the 22. Pump fake that time by Schoenert, showing great poise. Over the middle to Tyler for the first down on a 4th and 4. In the I formation now. Play action. Schoenert will throw. Looks for Marjorie. Throws over the middle for the tight end. Ball. Bracelet gets his hand on it. Can't hang on in the end zone. Greg Bracelet, the man on the deep drop, as Schoenert.
I'll speed it up a little bit here.
And it was a touchdown saving tackle.
Right here. And the next play, my brother made this next tackle here, I believe.
In the ball game again for Stanford. That formation has served them well. Tyler comes to the near side. Marjoram will be in the slot. They are in the shotgun. It is Gordon Banks to the far side. Hooper, the lone running back, the blitz. Everybody's in. Schoenert slips it, steps up, gets to the 25 and the 20, down to the 16-yard line. Turk Schoenert slipped away that time. Ron Coach Emilio made the tackle, and it was a touchdown-saving tackle. Schoenert doing a brilliant job of avoiding the blitz. Both inside linebackers coming for the Bears. Good play calling by the Cal defensive coaches as they set everybody, but Schoenert shows that great body strength as he has up in the top part of the body and then just dives forward for some more. 1 minute, 36 seconds remaining to be played in the 82nd big game. California coaching staff looking on. 3rd down and 4 in the I formation. Handoff is to White. White is stopped short at about the 14-yard line. The Cardinals will have another 4th down play. And it's play after big play. Bracelet and Graham make the tackle on White. That time Stanford.
Isn't that the truth, Aaron? Those shoulder pads made guys look much bigger.
They will talk it over.
Yep. And they never show the score back then.
Yeah, he was a free safety.
Now. Andre Tyler lines up, actually has a tight end. Schoenert will throw. Swings it out for White, or rather for Donnerer. First down at about the 9-yard line. Schoenert to Donnerer on the swing pass for the first down. Short drop by Schoenert. Ron Hill ran him out of bounds. They say it got to the 8-yard line. First down, goal to go Stanford. Well, as we pointed out earlier, this is what they should have been doing most of this ball game, going to their running backs coming out of the backfield. This is a rather safe play as you just put Donnerer going to the outside, lined up on an outside linebacker, Ron Hill. And it not only picks up the first down, but gives them a good opportunity. 1 minute and 6 to go. 22 of 29, the numbers on Schoenert, 228 yards. California with 4 down linemen now on 1st and goal. Straight back to pass. Schoenert throws for the end zone for Marjoram. And all kinds of people falling all over themselves. No flag is down. Freddie Williams and Kenny Marjoram just kind of got their feet tangled up. Marjoram couldn't make the catch. I think Schoenert might have thrown that one away. It was a good call by the officials. No interference here. Marjoram trying to turn around, get himself in position one-on-one against Fred Williams. Really could not. And he simply went down. And nobody here in the crowd of 85,000 is doing that call because it was a good call by the officials. Back to pass is Schoenert. Schoenert throws for the end zone and throws it out of bounds, intended for Tyler. Well defended that time by Ahmad Anderson. 57 seconds left in the football game. But for all intent, there are 2 plays left in the football game. All kinds of tailgate parties, all kinds of goings on. We, in fact, having one of our very own in a mobile home that was donated to us by Homes West. They have a pretty good idea for ski enthusiasts. You can rent a mobile home from Homes West. If you'd like information about that, you need only call 664-9001. That's 664-9001. 57 seconds left to be played in the football game now. To the near side comes Marjoram. Straight back to pass to Schoenert. A lot of time. A late blitz. Schoenert rolls away from it. He's got room to run. Gets to the 3-yard line before he is stopped at the 3-yard line. Fumble the football. And I believe the Cardinals have it. Schoenert rolling away from the blitz beautifully. And he has shown an awful lot. Stopped at about the 2-yard line. The Cardinals have called a timeout. Rich Dixon comes off limping. Let's take another look. Watch him pick up the blitz. Just stepped up in front of the blitz. It was a delayed blitz that California came with that time.
Pat Graham was looking to the inside, and they had everybody in there but Schonert.
Coach Amelia with the saving tackles.
And it's Paul Himmler who comes up with the recovered fumble. So it really comes down to just one play in 40 seconds.
Fourth down play, 2 yards to go for the touchdown. Stanford will have to have this and a 2-point conversion.
I still keep looking for that bootleg by Schonert.
Marjoram to the near side in the I formation with Donnerer, the running back behind Greg Hooper. Schonert with the call. Fourth down. He rolls to his left. He will throw. Under pressure. Throws for the end zone. Broken up. And the California Golden Bears are going to win the 82nd version of the big game. There is delirium here at Stanford. Ron Coachemilio was the man who broke up the play. And good pressure was put on Turk Schonert that time as well. And the Bears are absolutely elated. Mike Donnerer was the intended receiver in the end zone. He was on his knees. And Schonert still threw the football in there pretty well. We will take another look at it and watch the final play of the 82nd big game.
Well, you live by the pass and you die by the pass. And Schonert rolling to his right or to his left and then came back and threw over to Donnerer. Donnerer was free for just a moment, but Coach Emilio with an excellent job of knocking the pass away. Not fooled at all by it.
No matter what side of this football field you happen to sit on, you have to say
it's been a great one.
Absolutely a great football game. And you have to say that if you're a Stanford partisan, if you're a California partisan, it has been an outstanding football game.
All right.
So Rip Campbell now with Jones and Tuggle. I'm quite sure Campbell will just sneak it out of here.
There you go. That was the ball game. I was there. It's a fun game. But, yeah, my brother was pretty good. He was all Pac-10 defensive back that year. Or next – wait a minute. Was that his senior year? No, it was the next year, 80, with Ronnie Lott, Kenny Easley, Dennis Smith. So, yeah, it was a good time back then. Somebody said college football is kind of dead today. It really is. There wasn't that many people there tonight in Stanford. So Bub Brad says, we can't seriously be expecting Vitello to take the Giants deep into the playoffs this year, can we? I see an NLDS and maybe an NLCS, but now, no way, I think he means to say, are we thinking World Series. Hey, let's just hope they get into the playoffs. That's, I mean,
you got to start somewhere.
Got to start
and
there.
Then,
at least get there.
And if you're in the playoffs and you're playing well at that time, then you have a chance.
Yeah.
And if you have good pitching, you can win any series.
That's right. That's right. That's why the Giants have to get a true third starter. They got to get a Suarez or an Amai. I mean, Zach Gallen would be okay, better than probably what we have. But if you can get a really good pitcher like Suarez or Amai, that gives you 3 pitchers, and then Roop is your fourth, and that makes a huge difference. Huge difference. So, well, Dallas, it's been great going at it. We're going to get out of here. It's a Saturday night. It's 10:45 here in Arizona, 9:45 where most of you are at. So NFL football tomorrow. Niners play Monday night. And you want to, you know what? Let's just, for the heck of it, let's just do our picks for real quick. We'll let me see if I can pull up. Come on. Let's do NFL. I want NFL. Come on, give me the. Why is it not doing that? Why is it not giving me the NFL? All right, I don't like this. I'm not getting anywhere with the ESPN. I don't even have the picks. Come on. All right, we'll just go to. We'll do this. We'll go to NFL.com. How's that? And we'll pull up their picks. And then that way we can look at the games, and we will go super fast. All right, let's see. Where's the schedule? NFL.com. I guess this is the schedule here. We don't have a. All right, we'll do it this way then. All right, we'll do it. I wanted a longer, book style list, but we're going to do it at the top. Here we go. Baltimore Jets. I'll let you go first.
You got to go Baltimore. The Jets suck. That's the easy one.
Agree. Pittsburgh at Chicago. This is a tough game. Depends on if Aaron Rodgers plays, possibly. Chicago keeps winning all these games. They're due for a loss. I'm going to take Pittsburgh.
I got Chicago at home. Aaron Rodgers is nobody. He's washed.
All right. Now, why is this big thing on the screen? Okay, let's just say no thanks. There we go. All right. Next game: Cincinnati, New England. This is your call.
New England. Cincinnati is a terrible team, and New England already has 9 wins, and they're going to get their 10th.
I think you're right. I've got to go for some upsets somewhere. So why not again? Let's go for Cincinnati. What the heck? I need Cincinnati to win this game so Joe Burrow can come back. Because I picked him up on fantasy, so I need him. I need him to play.
Another gimme.
Yeah, I'll take the Giants. I mean not the Giants, the Lions. I got Detroit.
The Lions, yeah, favored by 10.5.
Really? Okay, you're next. You're up this one.
I'm going to go with Green Bay here.
All right, I agree.
They have been a little bit of a schneid lately, but I think they'll get back on track against Minnesota.
I agree. All right, here's a tough game. Man, Kansas City has to win, right? Pretty much. And they usually do when they have to. It's at KC. I'm rooting for Indy because I can't stand KC, but I'll take KC.
I'm taking Kansas City also. I'd like the Colts to beat them, but I don't think it's going to happen. They're due for a loss.
Seattle and the Titans. This is got. Oh, it's your pick. Your pick.
Well, there's no pick here. It's Seattle. Titans are the worst team in the NFL. Yeah.
All right.
Seahawks are playing well.
Yeah.
It's going to be an easy one.
I would love to take Tennessee just to see them win, but I'll take Seattle. And next game is, let me move it over here. Jacksonville. We'll get the next 3 up here. All right, my turn. I am going to take, you know what? This is a game that I'm going to go with the upset here. I'm going to take Arizona because Jacksonville always lays an egg sometimes, especially on the road. I'm going to an upset.
And I think Arizona looks so bad against the Niners that I have a tough time picking the Cardinals, but it could be.
All right, in the Poop Bowl, Cleveland against the Raiders. Your pick.
I'm going to go with the Raiders.
Raiders. Yeah. Then they got the 49ers, Cleveland, the following week. Yikes. In Cleveland. So I'm going to go Raiders with you. All right. My pick, Dallas, Philadelphia. Wow. Division game. I'm just going upset. I'm going upset week. This smells like a trap game. I mean, that shouldn't be a trap game because it's a division game. They hate each other. But Philly's been just winning ugly.
Yeah. And the Eagles are only favored by 3 points.
Yeah.
So
I'm taking Dallas. I'm going to take
Dallas.
In that. I'm going to take Dallas. I got upsets all over. Hey, wait. I'm taking Dallas. You're Dallas. And you're probably not taking
Eagles.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go with Dallas just because, I only like I don't like Dallas Cowboys, but I like this.
I don't like Dallas either.
I like this guy. I like this Dallas, but not the Cowboys. All right. So the next game is Atlanta at New Orleans. Kirk Cousins is in. Boy, that's a. I'm gonna go your pick actually.
I'm gonna pick an upset here. I'm gonna take the Falcons. The Saints somehow managed to beat the Panthers, so they got a little something going on. But I just think that they're a crappy team, and the Falcons are slightly better, so I think they'll beat them.
Well, I need Atlanta. I need Cousins to do well again and get the ball to Pitts, my tight end, and Mooney, who I had to pick up because I have why am I drawing a blank? My wide receiver. My big wide receiver. I can't even think of his name. What's his name?
On what team?
Drake London. I have Drake London, and he's out tomorrow. So all my receivers are hurt. I had to pick up Mooney. So I'm hoping. So I'll just pick New Orleans too. Then how's that? Maybe Atlanta will surprise. All right, my pick: Rams, Tampa Bay. Rams are hot right now. Tampa needs to win. Let's go, TB. But I'm taking the Rams.
Got to take the Rams at home. I mean, I hope Tampa Bay wins, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I think Rams are favored by a touchdown.
Yeah. The final game of the week, Monday night. Your pick, your call. You got the car or the sacrifice fly? You going with sack fly or car?
I'm going with I'm a homer. I'm going with the 49ers. I think that their offense was getting on track last week, and they're going to take even another step forward this week, and they're going to be able to put some points on the board. Even though Carolina has a decent defense, I think the Niners will be able to outscore them. Their defense has got to step up. That's the only thing I worry about. But
right.
I think the Niners will be able to handle it at home.
All right. Well, I like the Niners as well. And why do I like the Niners this week? Well, let me tell you. You know why I'm picking the Niners?
Why is that?
I like the Garoppolo to Ayuk connection Monday night. Garoppolo to Ayuk. I think Brandon Ayuk comes off the crazy list and scores 9 touchdown passes from Jimmy Garoppolo.
What year is this?
Yeah. Does Ayuk ever catch another pass for the 49ers in his career?
No, he's done.
Yeah, I think he's done. Kyle's hoping he still comes back this year.
No, he's not coming back.
I don't think he is either.
That's done. But I hope Ricky Pearsall catches a touchdown pass in this game.
Oh, do you have
if
him
he
on
does,
fantasy?
Nope.
All
I just
right.
want to see him get it going. Stretch that defense.
There we go. All right, guys. We'll see how our picks did. We'll have to remember we may have to play the tape back on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, whenever we do it. So I guess we won't be doing a show Monday night because there'll be Monday Night Football. So the next time we shall be on shall either be Tuesday or Wednesday night. So enjoy your Sunday tomorrow, everybody. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that like button on the way out. It would really help us. Go ahead and do that now. Hit that like button and subscribe. Thanks so much. We'll see you. Take care, everybody. Goodbye.